It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Corvallis, Reser Stadium, home of the Oregon State Beavers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Washington Huskies, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it starts to snowball. Momentum is a powerful thing. These are young kids, Jesse, and they got to find a way to swing that momentum.
They've had some tough losses, obviously some key injuries, but they need a win in the worst way possible. They have got to find a way to right the ship.
They booted away on 4th down. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Now the play fake. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This defense is going to use this guy in a lot of different ways. You'll see him rush the passer. Obviously, he'll have his name called when the offense tries to run the football, but I love his coverage ability.
The Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. Right on the money. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundred.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. A really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. These guys have taken some serious lumps in Big Ten play, and I want to see if they've become demoralized.
Yeah, I think you're going to find out a lot about their mental toughness here in this game, because at the start of the season, they were hoping to compete in Big Ten play. They've had some bounces not go their way. They've had some guys get injured. And now is the time in this game right here that you can turn it around by getting a win.
And it's hard. Obviously, such a difficult conference. The Big Ten, you got to bring your A game so many times or else you do get beat. You've had some setbacks. Now, how are we going to finish? Now, we've talked about this season. We've talked about what we want to do, and we might not be living up to expectations, but we can control finishing strong.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Quarterback moving. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Beaver! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They go to the ground. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Washington right back to the line. They'll give it to him again. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Rhodes. The short hands, it's Church. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Gore. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
And the Huskies are facing 3rd and inches. To the ground and try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
On the play.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Off play action on first down. He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Rhodes. Got his man in the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Washington wants to go quickly.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Steps away to find some room. Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you... closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer, take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man to the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Huskies.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, Oregon State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He's just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Looking to pass, it's Rhodes. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Washington right back to the line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the top.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
The Beavers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quickly complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
To the air on 1st down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Quickly to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And this this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Here's first and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Beavers! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air. It's Rhodes. Caught over the middle. It's Gore. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Washington wants to go quickly. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with every...
Sends it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. That'll be fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's going for a big play downfield. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. The give to the back. There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Jukes his way for more. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
The Beavers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try the run. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down. The Beavers have their offense in high gear. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up, Dave.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Got a little space. Got enough for the 1st. Touchdown, Oregon State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Looking for space. It's Church. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, giving 1.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Huskies come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. To throw, it's Rhodes. Makes a grab over the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Scrambling away. He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Fires to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Things working pretty well for this defense out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The give to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Gives it on the option. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. He leaves it with his back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Offense facing 4th down.
The Beavers will try to convert on 4th down. Quarterback keeper. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to 4th down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He splits the uprights, and that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position.
First and 10.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking for a man. It's Rhodes. Bringing the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Wide open downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
He's tackled.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice.
Turning it on. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. These plays are getting big plays with really no risk. And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you.
Got some room in under the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Rhodes. Floating away. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Wants to go up top. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented, nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.